Hey everyone, it's Triple Mango Threat or Ashley, and today we're talking about green enchantments to consider playing. So let's jump right into it. Starting with having huge creatures, let's talk about Colossal Majesty, Elemental Bond, and Garruk's Uprising. If you're playing a deck that has a lot of ways to play power 3 or greater creatures, definitely consider these. Card draw is an important part of Magic, and while green does it well already, those cards are more expensive. For example, Guardian Project, and Sylvan Library. In my opinion, these can be seen as out-of-budget cards, and that's okay. With the three I mentioned, they're going to be more budget-friendly, and if you have all of them in your deck, it's 3 times as likely you'll have this effect, or if you have them out at all at the same time, you could draw 3 cards whenever a power 4 or greater creature enters your battlefield. So what about when our creatures are dying? Well, it's not green's favorite, but when it does happen, we have cards like Fecundity and Greater Good. If we have a lot of creatures dying every turn, Fecundity is a great option for you. Taking advantage of this is the most ideal situation, and hopefully not giving our opponents the lead in the card draw area. Greater Good excels in decks that want our creatures to die, so Titania, Protector of Argoth. This is a commander that we could draw 5 cards off of whenever we sacrifice our 5/3 elementals, and then discarding 3 cards, leaving us with netting 2 cards. Same as for Omnath, Locus of Rage, except we get to deal 3 damage when one of our elementals die. So we draw 5, keep 2 cards, deal 3 damage. Wow, lots of value for that commander. So for card draw, but more combat oriented, we have Overwhelming Instinct and Glorious Sunrise. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, we get to draw a card. Not great, but it's a similar effect to Lenore, having us beat the requirement of 3 creatures with different powers to draw a card. Glorious Sunrise is a neat one because at the beginning of combat on our turn, we can draw a card if we control a power 3 or greater creature, or we can give our creatures +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. Or target land gets tap, add 3 green, or we gain 3 life. If you need a more versatile card that not only gives you card draw, but the option to give your creatures trample, this is a perfect one for you. Rowan and Primitive Etchings. Reveal the first card you draw each turn, and whenever you reveal a creature, draw a card. And the same is for Rowan, but for a basic land. If you're a mono-green deck that has a ton of basics, definitely consider this one. You get 1 extra card each turn, and that is great. Or if you have too many creatures to count, the same can be said for Primitive Etchings. And at their price, this can be a very budget-friendly option. Compost and Viridian Revel. So whenever a black card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may draw a card, and whenever an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw a card. Depending on your playgroup, these can potentially be powerhouses for your decks. If a lot of opponents play the color black, Compost is probably going to be a great card for you. And Viridian Revel, this can be triggered by treasures, which is a popular thing right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you like any of these cards, you can use the TCG link down below to purchase them, and when you do, you help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Thank you to the patrons who help support this show, and you can also become a patron to help support the channel and receive rewards when you do so. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.